All over the Arctic, it is significantly paramount that are definable changes in the climate, which tends to be that the average temperature is rising significantly. In Alaska, it has become extremely evident that the effects of global warming have stood out among other areas. In our assigned article, Arctic Changes and Their Effects on Alaska and the Rest of the United States, it states that since 1984, the annual average ice mass is less than the previous year. The threat facing Alaska is that there is a substantial amount of ice being lost, and with that ice loss comes the change of many ecosystems and are greatly impacted by the ice. A study conducted showed regional sea ice melt along the Alaskan coast exceeded the Arctic average rates, with declines in the Beaufort and Chukchi seas of 4.1% and 4.7% per decade respectively. This area is vulnerable because of the amount of ice that has accumulated over the thousands of years and how much the surrounding people and ecosystem rely on that ice. With the ice melting, it will give way to increased community vulnerability with the increase of sea level and coastal erosion. People who are native to Alaska will suffer when the ecosystem change as a result of lack of ice. One thing we are trying to understand is the polar vortex, as we have learned in Module 3. The fluctuation of the polar vortex can lead to extremely cold and unseasonably long warm periods. Researchers are finding that a fluctuation in the polar vortex can actually lead to warming in some areas of the Arctic while leaving others in extremely cold, like Siberia. Siberia has experienced opposite phenomenon to Alaska as the weakening and shift of the polar vortex leaves it with harsh winter temperatures. The solutions being negotiated for Alaska are to diminish the use and drilling of fossil fuels while conducting annual research and spreading awareness on the impacts of climate change.